Hey guys, it's Winnie Fannin back again. So you have maybe realized that my videos and the topics or the contexts that I am focusing on moving forward, it's gonna be around network marketing or MLM or direct sales. I even rebranded my content, I would say. Maybe not so much on my logo, if you say rebranding, but I changed the name of my Facebook group. So we are the female network marketing disruptors, excuse me. So why do I call it female network marketing disruptors? Why am I disrupting it? This is exactly what I feel I want to shout at the top of my voice and the top of the earth. Or maybe, if you see on my green screen, stepping up in the mountain out there and shouting out all the stuff that I have heard in the last 9 years. So I heard it all. Just to kind of share with you a little bit, I love this industry. Okay, so if you're network marketing, MLM, or social selling, or even direct sales, some of us are in direct sales, which is very similar to network marketing. I think you're going to love this. You're going to love this topic today. I've heard it all. I don't blame when people don't understand. And, from hearsay or from maybe some blogs or maybe some scandals. I mean, recently there is, I wouldn't even say a scandal, but there's a lawsuit or something against a network marketing company. And then, automatically all the misconceptions, all the beliefs and things come up. And guess what? It's like, that's when misconceptions happen, stigma happen, a lot of fear, a lot of oh my God, this is horrible, things like that, beliefs about it. When you tell people that, yeah, this is a network marketing opportunity or this is an MLM, everybody just freaks out. Everybody just feels jumps and feels weird about it, and I mean, just like I said, recently that is one MLM company that kind of got in trouble with the law, and definitely it stirred up quite a lot of stuff. Definitely stirred the pot, and it's not the first time. It's happened many times before in the past, and so yeah, it's one of those things if people don't like this because maybe they have a negative experience, or maybe they're just not very aware of how things work in this industry or how this business model work, they freak out and they jump, and then they will start, putting out things that they perceive, right? And as consumers or people, when we read that, if we don't really know or we don't like this model for whatever reason, or you have a bad experience, for example, you're gonna believe it, you're gonna jump. Okay, so that's human nature. So what I'm drawing today for the Facebook Live is actually, I want to kind of really speak some truth into it, kind of dig out some dirt, and yeah, speak some hard truth. So just to kind of share with you a little bit more myself, I started this business. So I'm still in the network marketing business, although it has very blessed. I feel very blessed. I'm very grateful that it has given me a monthly residual income. I have a really awesome team, awesome, and with about close to 7,000 distributors in my team, and they're really badass women, and they are running on their own. So I'm feeling really grateful for the residual monthly commission I get from my network marketing business. So I started off, as somebody who was interested in the product, like most of us, was just an avid product lover at back in 2012. It was not even intentional or wanting to do it for the business. I just liked the product. It just so happened that it came from a network marketing business, right? It came from a network marketing company. So I was very, very adamant about not doing a network marketing business. Okay. I had those same issues and those same mind blocks back then too. When I heard that, oh my God, I love this product. I just want to buy the products. I'm not going to sell. I'm not going to recruit. Okay. I'm not going to do the business of it. And, I'm just going to use it as a loyal customer. And I did that for about a year or so. And I think from there, because I really liked the product and I loved how it changed the health of my daughter. Back then, she was a baby. She wasn't really sickly, but I think as a first-time mom, I just wanted something that was good for her health, right? It worked really well for myself, my own emotions, my own sleep, my own physical health. Then I was just, one of those things, like I was just telling people about it. I was actually teaching classes on how to use the products. I was actually a lecturer in the past. So naturally, I just like to run classes. I like to teach people what I know. And then my team grew, and then my commissions grew, my check grew. So I was like, oh, this is really interesting. So I then embraced it as a side hustle. And of course, it's one of those like, I'm not doing the business. It's just, if somebody wants to buy from me, I'll sell it to them. And I was just show them how to use the product and how to order it. I was also telling them, I'm not doing the business. I am not a salesperson. Okay. That was me back in 2012, 2013. When I first started out, I was like, really like, oh, don't label me as an MLM salesperson. I'm not one of those. Okay. Which is what I want to talk about today, is that I've been through it and I've seen so many distributors. So people in my team or people I've met, when they first started out or even later on in their business, they're like, I can't sell. I'm not a salesperson. Okay. And then secondly, they get really weird about the whole network marketing name, okay, or MLM model. So first of all, I want to talk about salesperson. Salesperson, when you're in sales, when I say I'm in sales, it's just a title, okay? It's just a title, but what we do is we give an emotion to it. We give a label to it. Okay, I mean, we see salespeople everywhere. You bought your house from a property agent. They sold you something. You go to the store to buy clothes, to buy a watch, or, to buy a car. Guess what? You bought it from an agent or a representative. They sold you something. Okay. But then we just get so weird when it's like, yeah, I'm not selling. I'm not a salesperson. But you can order from me. Okay, I just want to say, look, all of us are a salesperson in one shape or form. Being in sales means that you are, okay, letting people know what you're about. I'll give you an example. Remember, if you go on a date, right, on your first date, you are selling yourself. You're selling yourself to your date. As in like, oh, get to know me. This is what I like. These are all my passion. These are my interests. This is how I look. And this is where I live. This is my career. Guess what? We are selling ourselves. We always put our best front, right? We're on a date. Same thing for interview. When you're in an interview, you are selling, and you are selling yourself. Absolutely. First, you sell yourself by applying on a job, right? Or you put yourself on a resume. Okay. So what I'm trying to say is we are selling all the time. And the word sales is very neutral. We just give all that weird hype, the yucky, the icky feeling to the word. I'm a salesperson, I'm selling, especially for a network marketing. Okay. It's our preconceived notion. It's our beliefs that all MLM people are like that. That's not true at all. Okay. Network marketing is just a business model of how products are being distributed. It's not one where people are like, yeah, it's all about push selling and aggressive tactic. That's not true at all. Okay. It's not like we're push selling all the time. Am I saying that nobody does that? Yes, a lot of people do it wrong. A lot of people kind of, go into that used car salesperson tactics, the cold calling, or, one of those, like the aggressive sales tactic, because they don't know better. They don't know what else is out there. Okay. Secondly, right, I know I went through it and I see a lot happening is that, oh yeah, it is a network marketing company, but I'm not doing the business of it. I'm not doing the business of it, but we are really okay. For example, if we are, like I say, an insurance agent or a used car salesman or salesperson, a saleswoman, right? Or we are a real estate agent and we're okay with that. Like, hey, you want to buy a property? Here's my business card. Here's my name card. Give me a call. Or like, let's say we're insurance, or a financial planner. Hey, you want to get a policy or a rentals policy or insurance policy for your health? Here's the policy, blah, blah, blah. But then when it comes to network marketing, it's like, oh, we get so weird. Like, we don't do the business. I'm not a businesswoman. I don't do the network marketing business. Okay, here's the situation. It's because we feel so much guilt, or not guilt, there's so much shame involved. There's so much shame because people think that this is shady. People think that, yeah, I don't want people to associate me that way. Listen, ladies, you got to embrace it. Okay. You got to embrace that network marketing, once again, is just a model. It's a model that distributes the products among people. Okay. The products cannot talk. It's distributed when people talk about it. And because when the products are distributed, people get incentivized through commissions. How is that different from like a company? A company, you have, a sales manager, a territory sales manager, right? Or head of sales, right? They have KPI, they have a quota, right? And they have a team of salespeople under them. And guess what? These people in sales, they go out and sell. And of course, the manager gets overriding, right? The manager or the director gets an override how well the sales team perform, because that's how businesses work. We have to incentivize people on top and people on the bottom. The people on the bottom do well, the people on top do well. So network marketing is not anything different. I think what drives me crazy is that it's all that labels, it's all that stigma, it's all that taboo or weird stuff that people give a lot of energy to. And then, once they hear the buzzword, they get triggered and they jump. And then it's like, there's no ifs and buts. Okay, but I'm telling you, that is not true. That is not true at all. It's just a name. Okay. Last but not least, okay, I wanted to say too, if you're in network marketing and you want to be successful in this business, treat it as a business. I've seen, a lot of women in my team or in other teams, my crossline, a lot of them, especially some of us with moms, like we want to prioritize our family, we want to prioritize our kids first. They're like, oh, it's just a side thing. It's just a hobby. If you want to make it big, if you want to have that residual income, that financial freedom, which a lot of us in network marketing want to have, okay, treat it like a real business, because network marketing is a real business. Okay. It just seems so casual and it seems a little laissez-faire because it doesn't take a lot of, investment to get started in a business. You don't need a storefront. You don't need to have a staff. You don't need all these things that most businesses need to invest and pay upfront to get the business started. So I think sometimes people have this misconceptions like, I just get the starter kit, or I just get some items. I'm on the auto ship. I'm on the monthly program. I can do the business. But then because it's so like casual, and then people have this weird stuff about it, and they're like, I don't do the business. listen, ladies, if you want to make it big, if you want to have the goal, you want to be financially free, you want to have financial independence, if you're a stay-at-home mom, for example, treat it like a real business and be proud about it. Embrace it. It's an awesome, awesome, awesome business. Trust me, it's the one of the best things out there to do, to have more time for your kids, to have money to spend on your own without asking for your husband, to have the time freedom, right? That you don't have to be, in the 9-to-5 jail, and you can work when you want, and and not work when you want. You call the shots, okay? That's what we are after. We're all about time freedom as well. But in order for you to have time freedom, you need to have the money, you need to have the income. So treat it like a real business and it will pay you. So yes, another thing that I want to talk about too, the very last part I actually want to talk about is that what I see, okay, is that a lot of times when a lot of distributors get started, right? So obviously they get the graphics, they get the EDM of all the products, whether it's the products or the business opportunity, right? Those graphics from the company or from the upline or from their organization, and they just post it on Facebook, they just post it online. That's it. A lot of times like, hey, message me or PM me. This is only available for the next 2 days, 20% off, quick, I only have like 10 boxes left, whatever. So it's one of those, like, just post the product and then boom, that's it. Or they just put all the pictures of the products and that's the post. So unless the person really knows you well, let's say, if you have a follower that has been following you for years and they know you very well, people are just going to be like, okay, one of those, right? And this, sometimes that's what gives network marketing a bad rep, because it's like, when you see that, you're like, oh, this person is just trying to sell another product again, trying to sell another product, right? So that's why sometimes, if you think about it, let's put yourself in the audience's point of view. They're like, there's another person trying to sell again, trying to push their products or business opportunity. So I actually am doing a lot of coaching. I've done a lot of coaching with my team, and I'm actually launching a coaching program specifically talking about branding, okay, for network marketers. Stop hiding behind your company's product or business opportunity, because people want to get to know you. Your personal brand is what makes it happen. And when I say your personal brand, your personality, okay, all of us are different. Not everybody is like Winnie. If I just put my company's product, people don't know Winnie. They only know my company's products, okay? But putting your personal brand out there, you got to put your personal brand before your product. Tell them, okay, if you want to talk about product, what is it that you like about the product? What makes you tick? What makes you happy? What pushes your button? What do you believe in? What do you stand for? How do you see the world? What's your values? People want to know. Your brand is your core mission and your core values. Okay, so sometimes it's also talking about your journey, right? Your challenges, your success, whether it's in the business, whether it's in the products, your failures, what did you learn? What are your thoughts about, money, for example? I love to talk about money all the time. What are your thoughts about, health, your family? That's what people want to know about you and want to hear, right? And another thing too is that, yes, another thing I see so often is that people think that, oh, a brand, like, I'm a mom. I like dogs and I like yoga. That's not your brand. Your brand is your substance. Being a mom, is a role. Okay. You like dogs. Okay, great. That's your interest. What about you liking dogs? What about it? why do you like dogs? What about it that you like dogs? And why dogs? Right? We all have a unique story to tell. And like, oh, maybe I'm a yoga teacher, or I like yoga. Why? I'm curious to know why you like yoga. What is it about yoga that does it for you? Or maybe what are certain things that makes you tick? I like to know that, right? And your brand is also your personality. Are you introverted? Are you extroverted? Are you fun? Are you loud? Are you exciting? Are you passionate? Are you nurturer? Are you empathetic? Are you caring? Are you loving? It's all your personality. We want to know. And when you really put yourself out there, okay, when you're aligned with who you are and you do a post, people can feel and see your personality. We can feel it, okay? And it's really powerful. And I do have to say that, yes, it is scary. Even for me, I took a long time to put myself out there, because I have to say my brand is kind of a misfit. I'm very much quite a rebel. Like I live in Asia. Yeah, I live in Asia, I live in Singapore, and I'm very non-typical. Like I don't fit in with a lot of women, and a lot of women maybe find me like, you're too much, you're too loud, you're too crazy, you're too wild. And I mean, of course, for me too, it's like, but I'm not boring. I just like to have fun, and I just so happen that I tend to be a lot louder and a little bit outrageous and audacious. But then I had to come to terms with it. It took me a while. I have to agree. It took me a while. Even just recently, I had to embrace how I'm showing up. Yeah, okay. So I took my branding quiz. So I do coaching for branding for network marketers. And so I do have this awesome quiz, this branding assessment that is really very insightful. And of course, it gives you a character, it gives you an archetype. It's actually a branding archetypes quiz. And you kind of can see like, oh, what kind of character are you? What kind of theme are you? And you go into like, what are other common brands that are similar? And what are some of your buzzwords? But I think what's really important, because it allows you to validate deep down who you like, what you think you are already. We all know our brand. We all have a brand. It's just that we haven't resonated with it, or we haven't come to terms with it. It's not conscious for us yet. It's not like, okay, I'm going to come out and this is my brand. Like, we don't really have that clarity on it. So check out my branding with archetypes quiz. It's really fun, it's really insightful, and you get to see it. And people always feel like, oh, a brand is like, it's kind of scary. Like, what happens if I have haters? Guess what? You're going to always have haters. The only way for you to be successful in your business, to make the impact and to make the change in the world, you got to step off your comfort zone. And you're going to have people who like you and people who don't like you. So I have to agree, branding, like to step out and really be embracing your brand, it definitely takes a lot of courage. It takes a lot of authenticity, right? To be like, I am different and I'm okay being different. Okay, for you to be visible, and for your brand, you do need courage, and you need a lot of vulnerability. Okay, and that's what people want to hear and see, because here's one thing too: when you're network marketing or direct sales or MLM, a lot of people are selling the same products as you. Okay, a lot of people are having the same business opportunity as you. It's not unique. You didn't come up with it. It's from your company. Okay, so it is competitive out there. A lot of people are carrying the same things as you do. So it is a very crowded and noisy marketplace. But what stands out is your brand, is who you are, okay, and your life. What people want to know you. Okay, put yourself out there before your company's products or business opportunity. And I want to end off. Okay, I learned this recently and I read it on a book, but I think it really resonated for me now. And I want to share this golden nugget of wisdom and this takeaway before I end off this Facebook Live, is that your brand, okay, is think about it, is what people think and how they feel and what they say about you when they leave that platform. So for example, if you posted something on Instagram, if you're not very clear about your brand, always think about, what is it that I want people to think, say, and feel about me when they leave Instagram? What's the impression that you leave for that person? Because it's no, we can use all this fancy words, we can use all this nice, colors, brand boards, and design. What leaves people impression is how you show up. It's what people like. Oh, Winnie is funny. Winnie speaks the truth. Winnie is high energy. Winnie is a rebel, and she is very okay with it. She's kind of wild, right? And Winnie is motivating. I've actually heard some people tell me that, and it took me a while. Like I said, it took me a while to embrace it. You're like, oh, Winnie, you're very motivated. You motivated me. You're very empowering. You're inspiring, right? So those are your brand. Those are things that when people are like, oh, Winnie is ba ba ba, those words. It's not like, oh, Winnie is blue or Winnie is trees. You know what I mean? People just come up with those big words, and that's what they remember you as. That's your brand, and that's where you start from it. Okay, so if you're network marketing, direct sales, MLM, or now the new word is called social selling, focus on your brand first. That is the first thing you need to do. And then later on, it's very important, it's also your niche. Your niche is also very important, and I will be talking about that in the future. We in network marketing, we have a niche as well. Even though you are selling the same product as your other people in the company, right? We might think that we don't have a niche. You do have a niche, okay? We are all have a unique brand, and we also have to find our niche at the same time. Can you imagine when you have brand and niche together, how powerful and how sexy this combination is going to be? You're going to be amazing. You're going to be brilliant. You're going to be like off the wall. You're going to be like epic, because nobody will have you and all the things that come with you. And your job is to get clear on that, to get aligned with that, get congruent with it, and make yourself visible. Okay, so that's all I wanted to share before I put on. I'll see you on the next Facebook Live. And if you're in network marketing, MLM, direct sales, social selling, right? Follow my group, the Female Network Marketing Disruptors, and take my branding quiz. I would love for you to try it out and let me know how it goes, because that is a really fun one to do. And yeah, let me know how I can help you and serve you, and see ya.